Imagine paying $2 for a $1 bill on purpose. While you're fed robotic jargon, a trillion-dollar ghost ship is quietly harvesting your future. I spent 17 years inside the vault. What I'm about to reveal proves your bank isn't protecting you. It's hunting you. Imagine an invisible machine quietly harvesting your future while you're fed robotic jargon designed to keep you blind. For 17 years, I lived inside the vault of investment banking, watching the elite play a game you weren't even invited to. Most money advice is a trap, meaningless noise, or dangerous lies meant to separate you from your hard-earned cash. Welcome to LyLy Invests. If you feel like the system is rigged, it's because it is. Before I reveal the secrets I've spent 2 decades exhuming, please subscribe to support this channel. It's the fuel that keeps these investigations going. I'm using this AI persona because, despite my boardroom experience, I'm still finding the courage to show my face. But I'm tired of the algorithm pretending only men understand compound interest. I'm here as your investigative companion to pull back the curtain and guide you out of the financial fog before the system swallows you whole. To understand how we became so vulnerable to this invisible harvest, we have to look back at the very place that promised to prepare us for the world. For years, we sat in classrooms memorizing that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, or reciting the dates of the War of 1812. Yet none of that prepared us for the predatory reality of a credit score. It's a bitter irony that our education system produces graduates who are academically brilliant, but financially defenseless. A gap that I believe is intentionally maintained to keep the gears of the system turning. We witness 18-year-olds signing student loan documents worth more than a luxury car before they even grasp the concept of an interest rate. It's like handing the keys of a high-performance Formula One car to someone who has only ever balanced on a bicycle and then acting surprised when they spiral into a lifetime of debt. This isn't just a failure of curriculum. It's a structural betrayal. We were trained to be productive employees, but never taught how to protect the value of our labor, leaving us wandering blindly into a labyrinth designed by the very elite I used to work for. To truly navigate this labyrinth, I had to see it from the inside, where the masks finally come off and the numbers tell the real story. During my 17 years as an accountant, deep inside the vault, I witnessed a paradox that shook my understanding of success, the phenomenon of the quietly broke. I watched executives pulling in $200,000 a year who were, in reality, drowning, shackled to massive mortgages and leasing status symbols they didn't truly own. Meanwhile, I saw unassuming individuals earning $40,000 systematically constructing fortresses of wealth. It taught me a cold mathematical truth that most people ignore. Income is merely a flow, but wealth is a reservoir. Most of us are so busy trying to look successful that we forget to actually be successful. The elite I worked for didn't care about the flashy exterior the middle class obsesses over. They cared about the internal machinery of their assets. They understood that every dollar is a soldier, and when you send those soldiers to die for a designer label or a luxury car, you're surrendering your future. This quietly broke trap is a psychological prison where the bars are made of social expectations. It's an exhausting performance that costs families their freedom, all to impress people who aren't even watching. In the vault, I saw that real power doesn't scream for attention. It sits quietly in the reservoir, growing while the world is distracted by the noise. Breaking free from this performance requires a radical shift in how we perceive the very act of building wealth. Most financial gurus focus on the trivial, telling you that skipping a $4 morning coffee is the secret to becoming a millionaire. It is a shallow distraction. While being mindful of spending is responsible, it is purely defensive, and you cannot win a game if you never leave your own goalpost. I've seen families obsess over coupons while ignoring the fact that their life savings are sitting in a traditional bank account, slowly evaporating. I call this the safety trap. It feels secure because the numbers in your app remain stable, but inflation is a silent predator, consuming your purchasing power while you sleep. Keeping all your cash in a bank is effectively financial suicide in slow motion. To stop playing defense, you must learn to play offense, which means shifting your identity from a saver to a capital owner. This isn't about tiny optimizations. It's about the massive levers that actually move the needle, like optimizing your housing costs and building a wealth engine. When you own capital, you own a piece of the future. You aren't just hoarding paper that loses value. You are acquiring assets that work for you. In the high-stakes world I left behind, no one got wealthy by hiding money under a mattress or skipping lattes. They got wealthy by owning the machines that generate the value. It's a mental migration from fearing loss to demanding growth. But shifting from a defensive mindset to owning the future isn't a grand one-time event. It's a quiet, relentless discipline that most people find incredibly unappealing. Real wealth is built in the silence of the mundane, far away from the adrenaline of speculative trends or the noise of the crowd. It is a consistency game where the prize goes to those who can stomach the boring fundamentals month after month, while everyone else is chasing a ghost. One of the most aggressive moves I've ever seen, and one I personally lived by, was the beater car strategy. In the banking world, I saw countless individuals sacrifice their financial sovereignty for a luxury lease just to look the part, but status doesn't pay a mortgage. A car is simply a hole in the ground where your potential goes to die. I've known multimillionaires who drove 10-year-old SUVs because they understood that car payments are the single greatest anchor holding families underwater. You have to build a system, not just a goal. An automatic wealth engine takes the decision out of your hands, forcing a portion of your labor into productive assets before you even have a chance to spend it. It's about being smart once so you don't have to be disciplined every single day, mastering the quiet math that leads to a freedom the world of flashy status will never know. Navigating this quiet math of freedom is a journey that feels remarkably like my current struggle with this AI technology. After 17 years in accounting, this digital landscape is alien and often messy, but I am showing up every day because the truth I saw inside the vault is too vital to keep hidden. We are building this together. It is slow and imperfect, but every small adjustment is a victory. I want you to visualize your future self, the person who finally chooses based on desire rather than debt, and realize that the decisions you make today are the only bridge to that reality. I'm just a human who saw the gears of the system, and I'm here to give you the map I exhumed from the elite. Stop playing defense. Start playing offense. Your future self is waiting for you to lead them towards success. See you in the vault very soon. Peace.